Basic Appraisal Principles, page 432. In theory, competition is good for a free market. In an open market and competitive real estate market, two or more participants interact to negotiate a transaction. A market without competition results in an imbalanced market. If a seller has no competition, the buyer has no leverage in making a purchasing decision other than choosing to not purchase. Seller's market. Equation for a seller's market. You got high demand, many buyers in the market on the top, plus low supply, not many homes for sale, equals a seller's market. Undersupply of homes to meet the seller's demand. Typically, sellers have the best opportunity to sell their home for its maximum price during a seller's market because there is a lot of competition among the buyers to purchase a home. There are more buyers in the market looking to purchase a home than there are available homes to buy. In general, values or prices of real estate increase as the demand for those properties increases and the supply decreases. In some really hot sellers markets, buyers are willing to pay more than the list price and the homes tend to sell within weeks or even days. There might even be bidding wars that cause the purchase price of the home to increase, which may not be a true reflection of the market price. The following are some signs that a market might be a seller's market. The number of active listings is much lower as compared to previous months or years. The number of months of inventory is relatively low for the market. Note, when working with particular clients such as Fannie Mae, they may have a specific guideline, such as 6 months, as their benchmark to gauge a market. Keep in mind that each specific market will have its own indicator of what defines a buyer's versus a seller's market. Appraisers should be prepared to support their analysis. Closed sale prices of comparable properties are lower than the current active listing prices. The number of closed sales is increasing on a month-over-month basis. Median sale prices are increasing. The number of days a home sits active on the market, called days on market, has decreased on a month-over-month basis. Buyer's market. The equation for a buyer's market is as follows. A high supply, many homes for sale, plus low demand, low number of buyers in the market, equals buyer's market, oversupply of homes. Typically in a buyer's market, values of prices of homes tend to diminish because there are more homes to sell than there are buyers to purchase them. The buyer doesn't have much competition, but the seller has a lot of competition with other, page 433, sellers, and often resorts to negotiating such things as a lower purchase price or paying for closing costs. The following are some signs that the market might be a buyer's market. The number of active listings is high as compared to previous months/years. The months of inventory is relatively high for the market. Note, when working with particular clients such as Fannie Mae, they may have a specific guideline such as 6 months as their benchmark to gauge a market. Keep in mind that each specific market will have its own indicator of what defines a buyer's versus seller's market. Appraisers should be prepared to support their analysis. Closed sale prices of comparable properties are higher than the current active listing prices. The total number of closed sales is decreasing on a month-over-month basis. Median sale prices are declining. And the number of days a home sits active on the market, called days on market, has increased on a month-over-month basis. Principle of balance. The principle of balance states that a market is considered balanced when the supply of homes equals the demand of buyers. That is what is called a state of equilibrium, when the quantity demanded equals the quantity supplied. When an equilibrium price is offered, the price that buyers are willing to pay equals the price that sellers, homeowners, developers, investors are willing to sell. It is the actions of buyers and sellers that cause a market to move toward a state of equilibrium. Some lenders in the real estate industry, such as the National Association of Realtors, indicate that if a market has a supply of approximately 5 to 6 months of available properties for sale, then the market may be considered a balanced market. Regardless of the baseline number, a diminishing supply is indicative of a higher demand for purchases, whereas an increase in supply of inventory indicates less demand for purchases. In the state of balance or equilibrium, the supply is sufficient to meet the current demand of the market. Appraisers Perspective. The ability of appraisers to identify whether the property they are appraising is located in a buyer's, seller's, or neutral market is important. Appraisers need this information when developing their opinion of value and analyzing exposure and marketing periods. Appraisers should also be aware that market segmentation matters when conducting these analysis. The month's supply of inventory can be different based on price point, design, location, or other features or amenities such as number of bedrooms or proximity to schools. It is the appraiser's knowledge and